Jim, we'll talk about what you're facing this week. I mean, a team that obviously you're familiar with. Does that give you any kind of edge or anything like that?
Yeah, I think we're going in with an edge. It's nothing though. We look at it as another game that we got to come out victorious. Coming off of the L last week, we're just looking forward to getting back on track of winning.
How tough can their back seven be?
I think the back seven is good. It also gets a lot of help from the front four, and I think that's every team. So. It's just we got ways to attack them, and I feel like we got one of the best rooms in the nation, so we're not worried.
It was pretty slow going for you for like a game and a half, but to break through in the second half last week and catch that deep ball, just how did it feel to kind of get yourself back on track despite you guys taking the L?
It feels good, but at the same time, I can't feel too good because we got an L on the record, and like I said though, we just focused on this week coming up. Games like that, we hope to get the win. We find out where we mess up at and miscommunicate and don't execute at. So we fix those things during this week and go out and do it on Sunday.
I don't know how much you're paying attention to like social media and stuff, but Keyshawn Johnson offers you some good advice.
I haven't seen it.
I
Yeah.
know. Just are you receptive when legends like that come at you?
Oh yeah, for sure. I probably gotta go check it out. I ain't seen it yet. But yeah, for sure, I'm all ears for whatever is need for me to be heard, and I'm looking forward to maybe talking to him one day or chopping it up with him.
Speaking of social media, did you see what Isaiah Rodgers had to say about your touchdown catch?
Nah.
Oh, he thought it was OPI.
It was a touchdown. It was a touchdown. Sometimes you get away with stuff like that.
Jared was saying yesterday that, he was under pressure a lot in that last game, that he needs to get the ball out a little bit quicker, maybe to avoid some of those sacks. As receivers, how do you guys help out your quarterback to get open maybe a little bit faster?
We just got to, like you said, you just hit it. We just got to get open faster just to help him. Pressure is something that, we could pick up pressures, but, sometimes it might be a mishap here and there and somebody might get through. But the way we can help JG is getting open faster, giving him a target to, see and hit and put the ball there before, he get hit or maybe before the pressure even get there.
You were in Isaac's shoes, obviously, a couple of years ago. Obviously his play count's kind of gone down. How have you kind of encouraged him, I guess,
I don't even think he discouraged at all, You look at his face, he's happy to be here. He's involved, he's engaged. I feel like my rookie year was different from his, though. I had to wait and then had to rehab, and, he's involved real early. So I feel like I talk to him a lot too, so I don't know. I don't see any discouragement or anything. I think he's, just fine. I think I seen some coach say he's going to get him more involved, and I think that's good for us because we got a lot of playmakers, and adding another playmaker is just even more dangerous for us, and dangerous for other teams.
J-Mo, if you guys can involve him more, what does he bring to the receiving core that complements what you guys already have?
Big body receiver, he can run routes, he can get open, and that's the main thing we need with this offense. We seen him go up top and go deep, so I feel like we can do a lot of things with Tess and adding him into his offense.
Speaking of Isaiah Rodgers, Jack Fox ran him down after that block punt. Did you know that Jack Fox had wheels like that?
Nah, but he from St. Louis, so I can't put it past him.
Does the familiarity with the opponent maybe give you a bit of an edge as far as knowing what they're about?
Maybe. We played them last year in the playoffs, so the same coaches, a lot of the same players that are still there. So it's gonna be a good game. They play hard. They're a well-coached defense. They fly around. They got good players in their defense, smart players. So we gotta be on the details, communication, execution, taking care of the ball, all that stuff. We have to be on point.
I know it's a different team saying than the one you guys lost to last year, but was this a game that you circled when the schedule first came out and seeing a chance to kind of get one back on these guys?
I would say, yeah. Definitely a team that we're happy to play. I'm happy to play against again because they got the better half of us last year. But the way the season has been going, this is just for us another week. Another week to to go be 1-0 and against a good opponent. And so we got to, execute and prepare. So I would say more before the season than now. Now it's just like we're in the flow of things, and now we're just going week by week.
And more importantly, who's rocking 3 doors down right now? Who's on?
I have no idea. I have no idea where that music's coming from.
Jared was mentioning yesterday that to kind of avoid some of those sacks, getting the ball out quicker might help. As a receiver, how do you get open a little bit faster if that's even a possibility against a defense to help out your quarterback in some of those spots?
Yeah, I think, as a receiver, you're always trying to get open as fast as you can because that rush is coming. So any way for us as receivers to maybe gain an edge, whether it's at the snap of the ball, in and out of our breaks, not doing too much at the line if we're getting pressed, just, speed, trying to play as fast as we can just so that we can, get open for Jared. And like I said, that rush is coming each and every play, especially on third down. So as a receiver, just got to, play faster and get open.
What's the locker room like this week? I mean, is it all like gloom and doom, or is there any joy in maybe increasing the intensity that, you guys are probably going to put out there on Sunday?
Yeah, man, I'm just grateful to be here in Detroit. I feel like, this is all I know, but, I feel like after having lost, games that we've lost, this game, the Chiefs, week 1, I feel like some organizations, maybe the players, the coaches, going to work isn't always the best thing. It's not fun, but to be here has been like a blessing for me. Each and every day, the coaches, the players, always positive, always, it's fine. We're going to move on. We'll be all right. And I think, it's been awesome coming to work every day here. I'm excited. I'm happy for a new opportunity this week. And so I'm just, I'm just very grateful to be here.
Saying there's been so much talk about third down for this offense recently, 25th in the NFL, which is a steep fall off from last year. Just as receivers, what kind of accountability do you guys take when it comes to third down and improving that in the second half of the season?
Yeah, we just got to, as receivers, we just got to get open and make plays on the ball. When the ball's near us, make every play. Create separation. If we catch it short of the sticks, go get the first down, whatever it takes. So, we just got to keep going. We got to go harder. Obviously, what we've done hasn't been enough. So, us as receivers, me, J-Mo, Leaf, Isaac, Dom, all the guys, TK, Meeks, Malik, everyone in there. We just got to go harder, whether it's, practice, game day, meeting rooms. We just got to do more.
Against a stretch that's coming up, you have a lot of NFC opponents coming up. Does that kind of up the ante a little bit whenever you look at the division right now and tiebreakers could come into play?
Yeah, I feel like
time goes on?
For us, every game is big, especially at this point in the season. We got a bunch of good opponents coming up, but we just got to take it one week at a time. Can't look too far ahead. I think that's when you start, bad things start to happen is when you look ahead of the schedule. You just got to focus on each and every week, being 1-0 that week. And so for us this week, it's been all Commanders. We're not worried about nothing else, no other teams. As long as we control, what we can control, which is the Commanders, and hopefully, get a win, then, we move on to the week after that.
Dave, Sean
Last
mentioned
Apologies for
that the offense is explosive but inefficient, I guess, especially the passing game, I guess. Would you agree with that assessment? And what are the things that you could do to kind of, bridge the divide between explosive and inefficient, to maybe increase the efficiency overall?
Yeah, I think for us as an offense, the word that sticks out to me is flow. I feel like we haven't been in a flow all year. There's been a few games where we had a flow, like the Bears, we were in a flow. You could say the Ravens too, but I just feel like that flow was missing, whatever you want to call flow, rhythm, execution, just everything as a whole. I feel like we've just been missing that flow. And so if we get that back, I should say when we get that back, I think we'll be just fine. But, I think everyone, staff, players, everyone included, we're all working towards that. And I think, we'll get there. So for us, it's just communication, execution, whether it's we're scoring in 5 plays or scoring in 18 plays, as long as we're on track, taking care of the football, doing all the little stuff, the details, the fundamentals. I think we're a pretty good offense. We got guys that can make plays everywhere. So we just got to get back in that flow.
It feels like maybe it's just inconsistent and hard to keep up with, that it's not one person keep missing the assignments. It's little crumbles here or there. Mm-hmm. How do you deal with that as a veteran? Is that different than what you've seen maybe in other growing O-lines? How do you move forward with that standard?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, you assess the problem and see what it is. And it was kind of what I felt it was even during the game after watching the film. So you assess the problem, you find it out, and you address it head on. And then you just try to work on those things. As far as like things that are miscommunication, those are easily correctable if you take the time to correct them. It wasn't as much of guys just like, one-on-one, man-to-man getting their ass beat. It was more just being on the same page, which we dealt with some of that earlier in the season, game 1. So, I think everybody can do better and everybody can help themselves and help the team out in those ways. So there's going to be ups and downs. I mean, there was the 3-game stretch where we didn't allow a sack and everybody's like, it's the best O-line ever. And like, it gets so like high and low. And like our job is to stay even keel and consistent in here. Because the most important one's going to be the next one.
He made it a point earlier in the year to at least tell us that he wanted to simplify O-line communication, especially when you have guys learning new systems and words and stuff. Do you feel like that made a difference as you're bringing in either depth or just younger pieces adapting to what you guys do?
I mean, yeah, it makes a difference if you can simplify things. As far as like in respect to this past game, we know that Flores can be complicated and multiple. He can bring pressure from anywhere. They weren't necessarily doing anything that we weren't expecting. It's just on execution on our end. And then to go back to that, they executed their game plan. So I don't think it's something where we're going to have to go back and simplify. You just have to like be on your details and maybe just pay a little more attention to that. So, yeah.
How are you feeling? Look like you dodged a bullet at least with the knee. I mean, based on the injury report.
Yeah, I have very, very low concern. So, it'll be there, but I don't foresee an issue.
Respect the play.
I do, yes.
How much of a relief was that, knowing how much you've already battled through to play through this season?
I mean, I even knew during the game, I felt like I kind of knew the severity of it, and I told the training staff I will want to play. Obviously, those things are up in the air, and I could step weird tomorrow and something could happen. But yeah, it was kind of a sigh of relief that did dodge a bullet because it could have been a lot worse.
Washington, we all know what happened last year in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
How much motivation is that for this team?
I think our main motivation right now is coming off last week, and let's get back on track and go out there and play the brand of football that we know we can play. Obviously we played that organization last year in the playoffs. There's a lot that's different about them. There's a lot that's different about us. Sour taste in your mouth, but more than anything for me, it's like I want to get back on track from last week because that was not a performance that we were happy to have as an offense or even as a team. I think like everybody wants to kind of get back on track and play our brand of football. So that would be the motivation for me at least.
Jack, you guys are second in the NFL in points per game, but 25th in third down. I guess how do you make sense of that 8 games into the season?
Too many third and longs, staying on schedule. First down efficiency is going to lead to the ability for us, because we're pretty good at play action, open up the play action game. And then, one thing that we were efficient at in the past is when you can keep it third and manageable, you can run the ball. We ran the ball a lot. And then if you get to those fourth downs, you can get fourth and shorts and go for it on fourth down. We just need to be efficient on first and second down because it's hard to call the plays when it's 3rd and 16. Like that's a hard call. I mean, yeah, you got to try and execute, but you want to be in 3rd and 6. So I think the big thing is first and second down.
What's your comfort level playing next to Coyote, and what does he bring to the offensive line?
I mean, I played a bunch of games next to him. I played playoff games next to him. I have zero concern about him. I even said that when he came in the game. I'm like, this is nothing new. So he'll be just fine.